Carry on.
All right, Facebook friends who are now YouTube friends.
You face.
I joined.
You Faith.
I joined.
You join?
There's Tan Sharon. She just got back from a vacation. A 3-hour tour. Okay, Tammy, we're back with Tammy's tips and tricks for totally titillating scrapbooking.
I don't come up with some of this stuff.
What?
She does on her own.
Yeah, I make up the what's that called? Alliteration. Okay,
Yes.
so let's look at these beautiful pages you made.
This was a circular.
Okay, wait, you didn't even let them appreciate the gorgeousness of the
sorry.
page. Here,
I'm going.
put that down. I'm going to
too
show them the
fast.
whole layout. Isn't that beautiful? The theme, obviously, wedding. Okay, so this is, I recognize Plum Grove from 49 Market. We still have some of the papers.
And some of the
Tranquility. Yeah, we don't have that. Okay, so you did some interesting things here. This is a laser cut.
Yes, and this is 2 laser cuts. They were circular, but I just trimmed them in half, just to make, I don't know,
So you
a crown.
cut them in half to use them as embellishment
Yes.
on the top, but you actually layered them.
Yes, because it's 2 separate ones.
On the album we're making today, I cut embellishments in half too. I think that's always a good tip.
So you could now you have these 2 extras to put on a different page.
That's right. Don't forget it. Hey, you actually wrote on your tag.
Yes, because she had her brothers walk her down. So I
Oh.
put best brothers ever.
Eva.
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 Ever.
Okay.
And this is my handwriting
Yeah, and
To
I love this page. This is
Yes.
a swirly page. People come in and they
Circular.
get that. People come in and they get a little intimidated, I think, by the big wreath pages.
You know why S is the best letter in the whole world?
Why?
Because it's swirls.
That's Sharon. She's so smart. She's so smart. All right, tell us about your circle page.
So what I did with this page, because I wanted to soften it up on the top and the bottom,
Okay.
I just ripped.
Oh my gosh, you
But I
ripped.
didn't rip straight across. I ripped so it was
You
curved.
ripped your photo.
Yes, I did. I ripped photos.
What happens if you screw up?
That's why you always get doubles printed. Or you
Ah.
can go back to Walgreens and have another one made.
So in other words, it might cost you $1, but you have to get over your fear. Right, Tammy?
Right.
Tell
Get
them.
over the fear of
Get
ripping.
over the fear. Okay.
Rip one.
And the snorting has begun. Okay, what else did you do, Tam?
And then there's some of that wide washi tape from 49
Okay,
Market.
yep, I love the wide washi.
So I also ripped that into little circular curved pieces because I just wanted it to be soft.
You were keeping the curve going.
Yes, I was.
So this is the paper, right? You didn't put down any white paint or
No,
anything?
that was there.
Okay, so, and then this is just,
This is
you
the
just
washi.
used the rip to soften it on its page.
Yep.
You didn't have to add any paint. Okay.
No.
This is a laser cut.
Yep.
Laser cut, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What's this?
This was from oh, they had one of those film strip things,
Okay.
photo booths.
Yeah, photo booth, yeah.
So that was at the bottom. So I just cut it because those are their names.
And did it have those butterflies and stuff that match perfectly?
No, it had this pumpkin and these leaves, and I added some rub-ons from 49 Market from
To make
Plum
it
Grove.
to make it look like it came with it. You're
Yes.
so smart. This is all going to go to your head. You're going to get very big-headed, I think. Because I keep telling you how smart you are.
Bubble, bubble, pop.
That's right. What else you got to show us?
So here's another one.
Okay. Ooh, pretty layout. Oh yeah, this is the way it actually goes. Okay.
Yep.
Pretty
Where I-
layout.
We cut a circle in half and used it on each page.
Okay, I like that.
And then I trimmed the window in half and used it on each page
You
to
cut-
anchor.
You cut the window in half.
Yes,
I see.
did.
So I'm gonna go
At
like,
least I didn't cut the cheese.
excuse me, I'm gonna cut the window. Oh my God, that woman. I'm gonna show the window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming the bubbles are for the champagne.
Yes, I just took some circles that I had and went around with them with the white gel pen.
Okay.
You could use a Posca if you'd like.
And there's the half circle, and there's the half circle.
And then I cut out a 2-inch
Bye!
2-inch circle punch I have, so I did that out of the
Never
pattern
underestimate
paper.
the power of a circle punch,
Yep.
friends.
And just cut it in half.
Yeah, and you drew your own bubbles.
Yep.
Okay.
And I fussy cut some of the flowers because 49 and Market didn't have the right color for me, so
You fussy cut?
yes, I did. It was tedious, but I did it.
And what about your brickies?
The bricks were also fussy cut from a 12 by 12 sheet of brick paper. I just wanted to get some brick in there, but I didn't want it to be so bricky.
Not too bricky, friends.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. And you mixed transparency and paper laser cuts.
Yep.
Very nicely done. What else you got to show us? Anything inspiring? Fantabulous?
Well, this.
Oh, look at you guys! Look at this gigantic scrapbook. I don't know how
Each
to.
year has 2 books.
I don't know how to edit videos, guys. So
Is this better? Like this?
no.
It was better there.
Yeah, I'll just come over. So yeah, I'll learn how to edit videos eventually. But oh, this is pretty.
This is done with vellum and an embossing folder from Spellbinders.
Oh,
the
that's-
balloons. And then I flipped it over and colored in random balloons pink. And then flipped it back over and added some Posca highlights.
Okay, now let me show them the whole page again. So she did vellum with the embossing folder and turned it over and colored some to match the pattern paper and the embellishments that she used on the layout. That was smart.
Yes. And this is crinkled. But I think with this one, I added a little bit, I ripped it and then I added a little bit of water to the edges. Of course, you have to let it dry just so it rolls a little better. But this one,
Very cool.
But I wanted to emulate a dog being under the table, so she's kind of tucked up in there.
Very sweet.
So I tried going with the kind of the color in her dress. This I probably tweaked because it was the wrong color. With a Copic
Yes.
or an Olo.
Yep. Always. Tammy always is coloring her embellishments to make them suit her needs.
Yes. And I used this same background paper from 49 and Market, very basic. And then I used a Tim Holtz floral stamp with, I believe, shaded lilac, because that matched
The blue.
that blue. And just
Wow.
did it up the side.
What
and
a
then
great idea, Tim.
one little thing over there.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your tips and tricks with us, Tam.
And then I colored that because it was the wrong blue, and then I wrote sloppily over the top the same words that were there.
Oh,
With a white
because
pen.
because you had to.
And this is one of those, I don't know what it's called from 49 Market.
But it's on the outside of your album.
Yes. And this is one of their first stamp and die sets.
Yep,
So
I
I was
remember
trying
that
to
one.
make those loopy things.
Perfect. All right. Yay! Thanks, Tammy. It's been a pleasure
You're
making you
welcome.
the inaugural videos of the YouTube page.
We're probably gonna get thumbs down.
No, they're going to get thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.